Namaskar and welcome to the exciting journey of mathematics. I am Shanti Pise, Senior Teaching Associate Mathematics Education in IISER Pune. Today we are going to explore the amazing world of congruence and similarities. We see things around us which are similar, which are of same shape, exactly same. In fact, over both the hands, if you see, I can put one hand over the other, it fits exactly on each other. That means these are congruent. But what do similarity mean? So if you can see, this is a small model of Burj Khalifa. Yes, so if you can see how this model was made, exactly same but not in terms of size. So this is the distinction today we are going to see in terms of congruence and similarity. Let us understand congruency with different shapes. I am taking first the shape of a circle. Now, there are two circle cutouts of mirrors. I am putting one over the other and you can see that these two circles are coinciding exactly with each other, right? That means they are congruent to each other. Now what makes these two circles coincide on each other is their radius. Yes, their radius are equal, hence we can get congruent circles. So it is very easy in terms of circles. What about squares? When we take the squares, all the sides of the squares are equal. And I am taking here in the same way two cutouts of mirrors as squares and I am putting one over the other. So it is fitting exactly on each other. So these two squares are congruent to each other. Both the sides are of same length and their angles are 90 degree, then it makes them congruent to each other. Now what about triangles? Triangles are very unique in the sense they have three different sides and three different angles. Now when we have different sides and three different angles, it is very challenging for us to compare. Right now what I am doing is I am putting one triangle cutout over the other and it fits or coincides with each other exactly. So these two triangles, I could say that they are congruent to each other. Now if I change this and I put this like this, so can you say that these two are congruent? Think about it. Let us understand the congruency in terms of three principles. The first one is of rotation. Looking at these two triangle cutouts, they don't seem to be congruent to each other. But what about if I rotate this and keep over it? So see, here we go. We can see that both are congruent to each other. Now what about the second principle? It is about flipping. That is mirror image. Now the third one is very interesting. It is sliding. So if the shapes are sliding from each other, their position changes. So they are congruent to each other. We have side, side, side test of congruence. This is SAS, that is side angle side test of congruence. Now what about AAA, right? If I have all the angles, can I show that if I have all angle test of congruency, will it work? Let us check this. Will it work? Because it is working here, because I can see here the angle is 90 degree, this angle is congruent to this and this angle is also congruent to this and this is fitting exactly over this. So this is congruent to each other. But what about one more triangle if I have? You can see that the angle here, I have measured it. You can see I am keeping this over this. So this is exactly same as this angle. If I take it forward, this is also same. And I am taking the angle here. So this is also same, right? So the three angles are same as here. However, you can see yourself that these two triangles are not congruent to each other. So, what we can conclude? We cannot have angle test of congruency. However, we can see that these two triangles are similar to each other. That is, their shape is same, however their sizes are different. We can see similarities as well as congruence in nature too. See the leaves here, you can see that the shape of these leaves are very same, however their sizes goes on reducing as we go to the top. If you can see, these two are mirror images, so you can see that they are flipping, and with the help of flipping they can be proved to be congruent. So on the nodes, if they are in the same nodes, they are congruent to each other. However, as they go on increasing towards the top, their sizes goes on decreasing. One more very interesting case we have two similar triangles, and the side of this smaller triangle is exactly half of the sides of this bigger triangle, so they are in proportion 2:1. Now what can we say about the area of these two triangles? Now just see, if I keep this triangle in this way over this bigger triangle, what do I observe? If you see, what I observe is actually this bigger triangle is made up of 4 such smaller triangles. That means area of the bigger triangle is 4 times the area of the smaller triangle. So if we know that the ratio in terms of sides is 2:1, then the ratio in terms of area is 4:1. If we know the ratio and we know one of the area of smaller triangles, we can predict area of bigger such triangles. So we have seen how similar triangles are so interesting to study, and what are the different areas, as well as we have seen how the sides are proportional. Now if you can see this is a very interesting case, that these two triangles are similar. Now this concept of similarity can be used to find out or estimate distances. Yes, you don't believe me, right? So let's go out and actually see how we can estimate the distances, how far we are. The distance between my eyes and the thumb actually is 10 times the distance between my two eyes. So this distance can be helpful for finding the distance from the car. Now let's see if I can extend this. Similarly, I am extending this. So what I get is my object at sight. This is my car, my object where it was, and I know what is the length of this car. So the length of this car is 3.5 meters, and as I know now this is 3.5 meters, what I have to do is just multiply it with 10. So the distance is equal to 3.5 meters multiplied by 10, that is 35 meters. So this is how we can actually estimate the distance of ourselves from the car or any other object. So you can also try this at home. If you want to find out the distance between you and that object, and you know the length of the object, it will be very easy for you to find out. So friends, we have seen that how similarity and congruence concept can be used in our daily life. We can solve many problems, we can find out how far we are, we can make models, we can see congruence and patterns in our daily life and start relating to it. So mathematics will really come into life. I hope all of you have enjoyed this session. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please write to me at shanti.pise@icerpune.ac.in. Hope to meet you again soon. Thank you.